Get in there, what a jump, mate. What a race. Amazing.
I'll never know. Or because they want to put some plastic water on the thing and DJ Khaled on so they can drown.
The last sharp corner as well, going on straight.
The chicane.
I don't know. It's not really a chicane. It's like
the one where Hydra ripped his wheel off in real life.
Yeah, that one. That's the one.
I don't know that.
What is the point in that corner?
We're live.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Okay, no more race shit, guys.
I'm sending you an invite in the hopes that you're ready that race.
Can I just say hello and welcome along to the Austrian Grand Prix of what's the name of this league again? It's Northern something. Hang on. Northern Canadian.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of Canadians, a bunch of Americans. I'm a British guy, so yes, I am staying up till midnight for this. Why? Because, cars, isn't it?
What if we shoot up fire cars and
Carl, you should have been here when we first got
welcome to NRE.
Like the first 5 minutes, I was just talking shit to this British dude.
Dude, people are still on your money, bro. Like, you guys are actually so covered.
Northern Riot Esports.
Cool. Connor, I'm wearing the shirt, I'm breaking it in.
Absolutely.
Wait, did you just say on their money? No, they're on your money.
Oh. Bro, they shouldn't be. Holy shit. If we could just get over this whole Commonwealth thing.
Zach, before you go on a political rant, can you pick your team?
All right, may proceed.
I tried to take Albin for some reason because I'm apparently special.
Albin?
Yeah, I thought there'd be...
Not to be that guy, but Beanie is currently online on a flight simulator. The shunning should happen.
Which means his rig isn't set up for racing.
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's oh wait, no Blue?
Albin, right.
No, Blue's got a wedding or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
on a fucking Wednesday?
Man. Him and his boyfriend can go down to the courthouse any day. Why does it have to be a Wednesday?
But I say, like, congrats to him and his husband. Like, happy for him.
So he's like Orlando Norris then.
Nah, bro. I feel like they all make jokes about it. I feel like Lando actually slays. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like personally, I'm a Lando fan.
What?
I like Lando.
Lando's. I've never heard anyone say that in my life. Lando slays. What?
No.
I feel like you guys are bandwagoners.
Personal opinion. Piastri shit the bed last year, and Lando brought it home. Personal opinion.
Well, hang on a minute. Like, yeah.
What does that have to do with slaying?
Are you just stating the obvious? Like,
dude, no, there's so many people who are like, oh no, Lando shouldn't have won. It should have been Piastri. Like, fuck that guy.
You said that as if no one. You said that as if that's not what exactly happened.
Max was the best driver last year.
The amount
Max shouldn't have whacked George for no reason.
Missing somebody.
Yep. But no, man, the amount of like guys who were just like drooling all over Piastri's dick last year. I was like, bro, oh my god.
And he's been
Piastri got ruined. Piastri used to be cool, but after a couple seasons at that DEI hire of a McLaren team, he's ruined.
DEI.
Jesus,
Yeah.
dude.
No, because like over the years, it's been like whenever Norris has had a terrible race, Piastri picks up the pieces, and vice versa. Like whenever Piastri has a shocking race, Norris picks up the pieces, and it kind of covers their backs. But
Well, Ferrari was doing that too until they both had a good race, and then they're like, "Oh, fuck."
And then they
Yeah,
didn't know
but
what to do.
Ferrari's worst enemy is Ferrari. So
Was Espresso
Yeah.
coming tonight?
I don't think so.
They don't
Bro,
have enough brains
he's-
to do two strategies.
he's gonna start losing all these points he got. He was up in the front
Yeah.
running.
That
Yeah.
was- Oh God.
I at drivers every week.
hello,
Yeah.
Damon Hill.
We do a certain level of babysitting. I believe if we get any more babysitterish, we're gonna have to start charging for our services.
All right.
Hi there. Welcome to BU's daycare.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Not
All right,
being
I'm going to
kids.
do a roll call for quali. I'm just going to call it out for the people in already, just to make sure everybody's here. So, is Katater,
Yup.
Downfall,
Yes, sir.
Kojo?
Here.
I'm here. Prams? Hey, buddy. Corey?
Hello.
Austin?
Here.
And ladies and gentlemen, the Viper.
I'm just gonna put my foot on the floor and I'm not lifting till I see God or a checkered flag.
Love it.
Perfect.
All right, ready up, boys?
Wait, the damage is on reduced. Is that right?
Is the damage on reduced?
The one setting says for me. I caught this
Whoa,
once before.
whoa, whoa.
Let me,
Oh wait, hang
let
on.
me
Are
check.
we meant to have? Hang on. Are we meant to have AI on as well?
Yep.
Yes.
Meant-
We don't.
What?
We
What?
don't.
What?
Oh,
You're gonna
yes.
you're gonna find that there's a very mixed skill level. Like right now, it's pretty much Corey
Alex,
and
and
Rook,
then-
who is not here tonight. Like they're at the front. I'm trying to catch them. I'm fast enough to see their tail lights the entire race, pretty much. And then it's pretty much everybody else behind us.
Yeah,
So
it's
there's a
whoever
very-
practiced the most.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah, way
varying skill
practices.
level in the league.
So there's a-
The damage rate is set to reduced for this season. That is what we voted for.
Bro, I never noticed that.
Yeah, it's the car damage that we upped this season.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, right.
That's gonna help for this track.
Alexander
especially
just
with
chimed
race
in. He is watching. Impress me.
yeah,
I hope you're.
Impress you. Don't worry, I will impress you.
Wait, what?
Imraz is trying. I thought.
if Imraz can make it, we can get him in for the race, and I'll start him at the back of the grid.
I won't be able to make it.
Yes.
It's making me
I'm about
reinstall the
to.
game.
Well, I mean, like if you get it installed by the end of quali, I can get you in for the race.
Oh, like the last hour, it's taken me to get to 30%.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Bro,
I'm pretty
why
much
do you-
right off.
Why do you buy your internet at Walmart?
It's 2026. Do better.
Do better.
Whoa.
You know-
Yeah, talk to
Sorry.
my teammate that way.
Sorry.
Hell yeah,
I feel
get
bad.
him.
I felt bad as soon as I say Imraz deserves no fucking shit.
The Viper
No,
Pit's
no,
about to
he's
hit a
not.
Williams.
I was gonna be like, wait.
Yo,
Take
I
him
know
out
there's
before he
already
can set a
a
qual.
live stream.
I
I'm
don't
gonna do
know
my own
if
backup
you're
stream
aware
just
of
in
this.
case, because you know it can never be too safe.
I don't know if you're aware of this, Connor, but we show love here by insulting people. Fuck you, Imraz.
That's poetic.
American love.
You're such a
How's
nice
that
guy,
gay?
Zach.
How's that gay fucking
Yeah,
Yoki
yeah.
yours?
You haven't heard British Lovely yet, right? Live.
Hold your tune.
There's only one person who I actually have to be nice to, and I married her. The rest of you can get fucked.
Hello, all. Welcome along to NRE, the Northern
Riot.
Northern Riot Esports. Thank you, driver. And
Bro,
I'm
fired
just
already.
watching everyone come out of the pit lane,
Yeah.
and they've all got no nose cone.
nice.
Hell yeah, brother.
Love that.
They all
guy.
had no nose cone.
What's
I
down
don't know
for?
why. Yep. Yep. I think all the AI have no nose cones.
That's awesome.
That's good. Oh wait, no, there's some AI. No. Yeah, every single AI has no nose cone. That's going to be very easy to identify. So I'm going to be hoping Ollie Behrman does well today, because I am a big Behrman fan. I can't hide it.
Shameless plug.
I love that.
It's a shameless plug. No, it's not a shameless plug. It's a badge of honor, actually. Anyway.
Oh, I went out on way too much fuel. Darn.
Right, let me
set a banker.
get my
Set a
settings
banker.
up. Yeah, always set a banker.
What Williams is behind me?
Those who don't know, I've got the drivers in
Go
my
ahead, buddy.
ear,
I'm building
so
a gap.
I can hear every waking comment
Go
of
ahead, buddy. I'm
theirs
letting you build a gap. There's a bunch of cars in front of you, so I'm just going to chill.
in the VC. Right. Right, who's on the lap first?
I think my first target is in sight.
Who's setting the pace?
So I'm going to kind of describe this as classes. So in the AI class and in the actual driver's class. So
it's fire.
Let's see. Where's we have So we have the Min Verstappen heading up into turn 1. Then the Audi. Let's see what he can do.
Pressure's on, Rams.
Lap as well. So that's so funny. See, we have ACR as well, starting lap, as well as Kojo. Let's have a look. I think the first one to complete their lap will be Valtteri Bottas in the AI class.
What?
No nose cone on that Cadillac. Looks like they couldn't afford it. So they're heading around turn 6 and turn 7. They head into turn 9 and 10. Then let's see what they're gonna do. Valtteri Bottas in the AI class. Let's see what he can do. What's the benchmark going to be for him in that white and black Cadillac? And he goes to the pole with a 1.7.2, and that is followed up by half a second by Pierre Gasly and Nico Hulkenberg going up to P2 in the AI class as well. And he's now side by side with Pierre Gasly heading round turn 1. Incredible stuff there. But I think Ocon's just gone up to 6th. He's just been overtaken by Stroll. And Min Verstappen's gone up to P4 overall. So he's the first one to set a time. No, he's not. He's been beaten by Kojo, who sets the fastest time of the session. Meanwhile, ACI in the other Cadillac has just gone up to 9th overall. To 3rd out of the real drivers. And he's now going over the gravel there. That's not the ideal line. And else we have Bio in the Mercedes, and he's just gone up to 6th. Meanwhile, his teammate's just gone to pole by 0.4 of a second. That is Taunus, should I say. Mercedes going 0.4 ahead of the Williams of Kojo. Then comes Valtteri Bottas 1.3 seconds behind that. So, very nice stuff indeed. We're gonna switch the interval gaps instead. I'm gonna switch the fastest lap completers. Now we have Baywop in the Ferrari going up to the top of the time, up to 2nd, should I say. I want to say a mid 10 off of the pole time. Well, I'm going to head down the order then. We have Lando Norris looking to set a lap. I think we have Ollie Behrman as well looking to set a lap. He'll be the next one over the line, I think. Let's see what Ollie Behrman can do then. Up to the line for the Bear. And he goes over the line, and the Williams of Downfall take this pole position, and Behrman is starting his laps. They were all on out.
Yep. Okay.
So, there's a Williams round, and who is that? Is that Downfall, potentially?
Yeah.
That is Downfall. It's Revamp has just gone to pole position as well, so Downfall having a downfall a little bit there as he gets spun by an AI and beaten by Revamp.
Literally.
Revamp up to the pole. Revamp by
fix that about the AI, that'd be great.
by 0.9 of a second taking pole position ahead of Downfall. Then comes Taunus ahead of Baywop. Then comes Kojo ahead of Bottas, who is leading the way in the AI class. Well, we're going to head down the order. I think Ollie Behrman, he'll be first ones to go over the line. I think ACR's coming round the final 2 corners. See what he can do in the other Cadillac. The only human-driven Cadillac in this race. So let's see what he can do. Over the line for him, and he goes nowhere. Meanwhile, Ollie Behrman goes up to P8. That's a great lap by my favourite driver. Meanwhile, Liam Lawson going up the order. I think we just had someone else go up the order. That was Oscar Piastri going up the order to P6, 2 places out of his teammate. He's now getting a little bit impeded by that Aston Martin. That Lando Norris as well going up the order. Bio, now he's coming back onto the track, and he probably has to because he's just been shuffled out the orders. P12. Gonna have a look at Fernando Alonso. He's on an in-lap. Lewis Hamilton as well. The oldest drivers on the grid having a tough time in the bottom 3 positions. Meanwhile, hello. We enjoying the action here then. Meanwhile, we have about just over 11 minutes to go here in the NRE qualifying session for the Austrian Grand Prix, race 5 of the championship. And as you can see, it's quite a decent set of drivers indeed, and a good mix of AI drivers and human drivers as well. Mostly drivers based from out of Canada, apart from a couple who are based from out of America as well, all on the western side of the pond. Here I am from the UK as well, we're bringing you all the action here today. It's just gone, I think, about 7:30 Eastern, American Eastern time. Yeah, quarter past 7, should I say, American time. It's quarter past midnight for me. Oh, and I've just seen Verstappen. Yeah, I know, right?
Nah, he knows.
I'm just guessing at this rate, but yeah, Verstappen going over the dusty stuff. My ACR's going to be right behind him. We're going to go back up the order a little bit. We should have potentially one of the Williams coming over the line shortly. Going to go down to the Mercedes though of Bio, who's going 9/10 quicker. That could put him provisionally up just behind Kojo in P6, ahead of Oscar Piastri. Let's see what Bio can do then. Around the final corner, very close to going over those track limits, but over the line for Bio, and it is P6. 9/10 ahead of his previous time, and he beats Oscar Piastri by a mere 800ths of a second. Meanwhile, we're going to have a look at the Mercedes here of Taunust. Let's see what he can do over the line. And he doesn't improve on his time. I think that was just a banker lap. He's going to try and set a better lap. Now, oh no, he's not. He's over the curve there. Very rough on the exit there. Meanwhile, we have Kojo. He's going well as well. Let's see what type of lap he can do in due course. Meanwhile, I think Verstappen, he's not far down on his lap. He could still improve depending on how he takes this last sector. Heading around that last corner. And out over the line for Verstappen, 99. He goes up to P8 and ahead of Valtteri Bottas by 300ths of a second. He's behind Oscar Piastri by 7,000. No, not by 7,000. By 2/10ths of a second. Then he's going over the line for another lap. Meanwhile, Taunust 61,000 up on his lap, and he's coming as. That's a shame. Let's be fair that he needs half a second to be able to catch Downfall. And Downfall himself needs about 3/10ths to catch for a Vamp who's going up for another lap. So he might need 3/10ths, he might need more. Let's see what he can do then. Just under a 10th up is Rabab, heading out of turn 3 to end in sector 1. Let's see Verstappen then. Let's see what he can do here in Austria. Around the Red Bull Ring, the second ever track to host a Formula 1 race after the first track at Zeltwick in the old Air Force Base. It was a very simple track that only had 4 corners. Right-handers, 1 left-hander. This track having a few more corners, boosting up to 10. A much more permanent track than that race ever was. Meanwhile, Bio going over the line, I don't think he improved by much.
4/10ths.
He improved by 4/10ths, thank you there. As for Vamp, I think he's not improved, but he's not far off his previous best time. So that's promising for him, race pace wise. Meanwhile, ACR coming into the pits very gingerly. See what Kojo can do there. Let's go for an on-board lap with the Williams down with 7 minutes to go in this qualifying session here in NRE, should I say. Heading up the hill, braking at the blue 100-meter boards. Turning in, lots of curb being used by Kojo, who invalidates, and I was surprised if he would validate there. He did use a lot of curb through that corner. He clipped more red and white stuff than I've ever seen before. So red and white, you can call him Where's Wally? As revamp it. Let's go for an onboard lap with our provisional pole sitter then. Let's see what he can do then, heading up into turn 1. Braking, turning in from 50 meters before the corner apex.
Oh my
Using
god.
a lot of that battery, as you can see, look. So he's on about 50, just under 60% battery as he heads up into turn 3, down into second gear, 80 kilometers an hour. Before. Looks like he's backed off of that lap. You know, downfall up in second. Let's see what Taunus can do then. Let's go for an onboard lap with him. Third time lucky, we'll get a full lap out of him. Let's see, half his battery has already been used. Heading round turn 2 into turn 3. Chucking it down the gears into second gear. Just over 75 kilometers an hour. Minimum speed around there before he accelerates all the way up to 300 kilometers an hour. 313 kilometers an hour was the max speed before he brakes for turn 4. He now tries to carry the momentum out of turn 4 into the sweeping corners of turn 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. These medium speed sweeping corners that take a lot of temperature and put a lot of temperature into your rear tyres. And then round turn 9 to end the long sweepers, and then into turn 10, bit of a sharper sweeper to end the lap. And then over the line for Taunus to go, who does improve his lap by half a second, but he's behind Downfall by 0.02 of a second. Meanwhile, Downfall himself is trying to reduce the fall, and he's trying to see if he can improve his time to potentially go a bit further than 200 ahead of his rival Taunus. He's heading down the gears then. The Williams driver in that blue and white livery. Chucking it down the gears into 4th gear.
No.
Just had him saying no there. He's definitely... He doesn't seem the most happy with that lap. And that is a shame. It was looking pretty decent up until that point, sadly. Meanwhile, Bius looks like he's going to potentially improve. Let's see what he can do. The other Mercedes in the orange helmet. See what he can do in the Mercedes. He's 0.2 up as he ends sector 1. That's a good split time for him. Meanwhile, activating straight mode and using as much power from within that F1 car as he can. He chucks it down the gears into turn 4. Goes up to just over 200 kilometers an hour, over 270 kilometers an hour before he brakes for turn 5. Carrying just as much momentum as he can, building up the momentum like a building, and using it to hurl him around the track as he now turns in from 50 meters before the corner over the red and white stuff, and he's keeping it very clean indeed. That looks very competent lap, and it takes him to P4 ahead of Baywop. It's a Mercedes second row here in Austria provisionally with just under 3 minutes to go, and the Ferrari's gone wide. Baywop going wide, and that might solidify the Mercedes front second row for a little bit longer. Meanwhile, Revamp here, looks like he's on lap. Let's see what Downfall can do then.
No, this is going to be a scrub lap.
Yeah, he's just saying that it's going to be a scrubbing lap, so he's not really going to push too much on that lap from what I can tell.
My wheel.
Your wheel disconnected.
So drama for Kojo. He's stuck at just before turn 9. The disconnected wheel reliability issues
I
haunting
won't
the
have enough time to go down
driver.
another lap, I don't think.
Apparently not. I would like to disagree with you, but I also wouldn't like to lie to you.
No, I said I don't think I'll have enough time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't think you'll have enough time, sadly. We're going to see then the AI drivers then coming back out onto the track. Let's see if ACR can beat a couple more of the AI drivers. He's currently behind Ollie Behrman by a tenth of a second. Meanwhile, have a look. A little bit up the order. Kojo seems... Is that Kojo as an AI or Kojo actually driving? Either way, he's going around the track. So it looks like potentially those disconnection issues for his wheel have been sorted. Downfall out of the session. That is it for him in the pit lane. But let's see then, Revamp on a lap then. The provisional pole sitter is improving. What about Taunist? Is he going to be improving on his lap to potentially frog ahead of Downfall? Baywop goes up the order to...
Ocon. I hit Ocon on the straight. You move out of the way.
I'm hearing that Ocon's potentially impeded someone. And that could potentially have harmed his lap. Let's see if Beop can do anything to improve.
Oh, I hit the gravel.
Going flat out though. Let's see if Min Verstappen then, he's up in P8 at the moment, trying to get out of people's way. But he's currently behind Oscar Piastri by 0.2 of a second. Kojo crawling into the pits as well as Beop. But Baywop able to split the Mercedes and get himself onto the second row of the grid. What about Taunist? Meanwhile, Revamp, he's not able to improve on his previous time. What about Taunist? Let's see what the Mercedes driver can do. Heading around the final two corners and chucking it down the gears into fourth gear. Then going up the speed, up the gears, and up on the power. And he doesn't improve on his time, but it's another very good time for him indeed. Let's have a look at the AI class then. Who's going to do the best? Let's have a look at Ollie Behrman. He's looking to potentially go up the order. We have Arvid Lindblad as well trying to go up the order. As we have Nico Hulkenberg, Fernando Alonso. They're not going to go up the order anymore. Lawson going behind Alonso, but ahead of his teammate Lance Stroll. Lewis Hamilton going P17. Lance Stroll claps back, going up to P17. Ollie Behrman solidifies his P12 spot with a 174, 500th out of Pierre Gasly. Arvid Lindblad going up to P11 ahead of just behind Lando Norris, who in turn is just behind Min Verstappen, who has been pushed down from P8 to P9 by Valtteri Bottas. So Bottas in that Cadillac, he's gone very well here in Austria in the past with a pole position here, most notably in 2020, but also his second Grand Prix win coming here in 2017 after holding off Sebastian Vettel, and he's now able to hold off Min Verstappen in the process. Meanwhile, ACR is not able to improve on his position, and he's shuffled down to P14 thanks to Pierre Gasly and Arvid Lindblad. And I believe that is the end of qualifying for NRE here in Austria. So, just a question for the drivers. What did you that session?
It's gonna be a good race.
I regret going out on 10 laps of fuel on my first stint.
Yeah.
I regret my my talent.
Someone can get the bottom of quality. Fantastic.
Like 14 to 22.
Yep.
Do we got 14 to 22?
I'm trying.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I got enough time. I should be all right. Appreciate you guys, though. Thank you.
Because we don't need to remake the lobby, do we?
I don't believe so, no.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the commentary. That was fun.
Yeah, thanks, Joe.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Ocon, there was no penalties according to race director, but I guess there will be one added on for Ocon for impeding.
What a jerk.
Yep,
all right,
don't
ready up.
Push that damn button.
Readying up yet then? So we're waiting for June Grand Prix to start here in NRE. Let me refresh myself on the champion order. It's always a fun thing to look
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Unacceptable.
That's okay. I'll do roll call in, say, 5 minutes or 7:35.
Yeah, Cadillac doing well with Bottas and ACR in the midfield.
Call for a two-stop, eh?
Yeah, I have a feeling those white and black Cadillacs are going to be one to watch in the midfield.
Yeah,
The caddy daddy just left to go to the washroom.
Daddy, bro.
Yeah, that's his nickname.
Caddy,
You haven't heard
daddy.
the caddy
He's
daddy?
collecting nicknames this season.
Yeah.
He's the Viper. He's Cecil, the American Club Racer.
Like, if we're talking about the absolute aura farming going on in this league, it's not even close to who's first. Like, not even close. Like,
can we just call him Will Stevens? Like, Cadillac? Like,
well, wait. So, question, Joe, have you been told about the whole like narrative and all that shit?
I mentioned it to him.
do not believe.
Okay, so no,
Oh.
we have like a full AI narrative that gets built every single race. Like, backstory, like there's beef between Williams and Audi.
Right, okay.
Last season, the caddy daddy called Ferrari a bucket of bolts, and yeah, there's also
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's
So
some
that-
good.
It's all in the Riot Radio section.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty funny to
So
read.
there's
through.
there's a post race.
Oh yeah.
broadcast. that-
Oh my god, it's
And-
paragraphs long. Why is
Oh
it
yeah,
so...
dude, it's
Well,
so
there
good.
is
And,
we release
like-
audio of it so you can listen to it like a podcast. But Rook is in the middle of a move, so he's a little
Yeah.
busy.
he's a military guy moving towns right now,
My
so he's.
Lord, mate.
That's why he's not
Write-
here this week.
Write this in
race.
your English exam and you're passing with grade 4s all round. Lordy lords. That's
Yeah, we had one guy
That's
leave the
our-
league because he was
all I
uncomfortable
can
with our
say
usage
is
of
these
AI.
paragraphs, whoever really
It's AI generated, right? The paragraph.
It's all, yeah,
I'd
it's all AI.
because if someone actually writ these, they'd have more time than sense.
Hey, Connor.
Connor put
Wow.
the stories in.
What's the decision here between you starting on the soft tires there?
No, I'm doing the generic first strat.
Yeah, the
Did you
strategy
actually-
of kick
You can't-
yes.
How can you tell? You can't even see the tires on the car next to you.
Yeah,
Well,
if
I
you
can
go to race,
tell,
you can
I
turn-
can
you can turn
tell
your wheel.
downfalls on
Oh.
the hards. Revamps going mediums.
Bro.
Yeah, but when I look over at Revamp, all I see.
Bro.
How much are they paying you for this?
A lot.
Why are they doing
All
that?
I heard.
Connor,
Austin's
I
giving
heard
George
Caddy
Russell
Daddy.
right now.
I heard Caddy Daddy, so let's do roll call.
Oh, okay, yeah, if you want. Do that.
Austin's giving George Russell right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zoe. I forgot to call you out before.
Wait, what? Oh,
All right.
shame.
You got Austin, you here?
Shame.
Yep.
I'm here. Katater.
Yep.
Kojo.
Here.
Corey.
Here.
Downfall.
Here.
Joe for funsies.
Yeah.
Prams.
Hello.
Zoe. Our lovely race marshal. And the Viper.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen,
Let's go, boys.
start your engine.
Every week. I look
If
forward
you,
to
it's
it.
it's like a ritual.
Everyone remember to switch back to your brake pedal
Yeah.
from your clutch
Yeah.
pedal.
And please do not use the Red Bull in front of you as a brake pedal.
You cannot make craft dinner in
Austin,
10
feel
seconds.
free to do that. If you want to use the Red Bull as a brake pedal, you go
Yeah.
ahead.
I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll just completely miss my brake pedal.
I've done it. It works. Not in my favor, but it works.
5 lights on in front of the drivers here in Austria. We are away. Revamp releases the clutch and gets away very well. It's a battle for second into turn 1 between Downfall and Taunus. And why is Ocon first on the timing screen? I have no idea. I mean, head into the... yeah, we head into the third corner. The battle for fourth is on. It's a very late break.
Jesus
He hits
Christ.
his Williams teammate. And so that was
I got an
very
illegal
close.
overtake, Jesus.
Not too sure what that was about with the Williams there, but wow, that was. Well, the Williams, they seem to have a trend of hitting each other as the Dutch Grand Prix.
Is that a William?
If that's anything to go by. Meanwhile, that's Kojo going down the order. Verstappen has had a great start, going all the way up into P5 now, as Ocon's finally gone back down the order to where he actually is. So we now head round turn 6, then Kojo gets back ahead of Verstappen in the Audi. Sauber Audi now heading into the final 2 corners in 6th place. And it's a 3-way battle for 5th place as Kojo, as we look behind from the Williams. We have Kojo and Verstappen as well as Baywop as well as they all file their way through. We have Revamp leading as we have a battle in the AI class between Bottas and Piastri. Piastri hanging it around the outside and taking it well as meanwhile Baywop gets ahead of Verstappen in the competitive class. We'll go back to the AI class. Then the McLarens are battling. Norris and Piastri side by side. Let's see. The Piastri getting ahead of Norris. Norris just edging him out. Meanwhile, Baywop getting round the outside with Verstappen. It's a move as they run into turn 5. Then the Audi again holding off Baywop and contact between the pair of them. As Baywop now having to settle back in, try and line up another move on Verstappen, but both classes, the AI class and the NRE class, both having very good battles indeed. As Norris leads the AI classes, there's been a spin for Baywop. Baywop spins, and that is going to lose him a lot of time. It's Verstappen ahead, Verstappen now with a lot of breathing space to the car behind. Meanwhile, I think Downfall's just had some purple sectors. As meanwhile, the 2 McLarens are battling away with Valtteri Bottas in the Cadillac. Bottas here, side by side with Lando Norris. Now Oscar Piastri is now under threat from Norris, who has as much battery as he can to get ahead of Oscar. But Piastri not having that one easy, but he's now left himself a bit vulnerable to Valtteri Bottas in the Cadillac. Now Bottas able to split the McLarens potentially. No, he's not. Piastri's able to just about edge him out. Yeah, Piastri does get ahead. Meanwhile, Behrman getting ahead of Lewis Hamilton, and there's a big battle between him and Alonso. The two old rivals, the 2 old teammates from F1 in Hamilton trucking season. Battling away here. On my side, Alonso around the outside at turn 5, but not able to make the move in the Aston Martin. Hamilton keeps 14, and there's car rounds. Essentially, it's that Baywop going round. And he's now side by side with Lando Norris heading round turn 9. That's a very close goal between the pair of them. And now, or turn 8 should I say, not turn 9. As we head onto the next lap. We shift down the gears, heading round turn 1. But Baywop now having a bit of work to do. He's got to try and regain his momentum. Keep ahead of Lando Norris, but Norris now making a move on the inside of Baywop. And Norris, the leader of the AI class, now trying to sneak into the top 7 and doing so temporarily. But the Ferrari says no and tries to keep ahead of him. Just side by side with Baywop. Not going to make that move stick, is he? He goes all the way around the outside. Off a very nice drift, but no, he loses the place in the first McLaren, and he's got the other McLaren right there behind him. Ollie Behrman now trying to get past Arvid Lindblad, but not being able to. Meanwhile, I think Kojo just is going down the order now. He's just been overtaken by Beat-Up, so the Mercedes vs Williams battle is swings in favour of the Mercedes.
Oh, come on.
As now there's a penalty for downfall, so with the Williams struggling, the Mercedes now coming into play. Meanwhile, Baywop does get ahead of Lando Norris, so that is going to help his race out as we now enter very intriguing stage of the race. Let's have a check-in on AC. Then he's trying to make a move on, I believe that's Pierre Gasly that he's trying to make a move on, heading into turn 1. As we now head back up the order, as Valtteri Bottas here, he's gone down the order, but he's now trying to fend off Nico Hülkenberg. And now the 2 McLarens are going at it again. As Oscar Piastri going toe-to-toe with his teammate Lando Norris. heading down into turn 4. This is the battle for 8th overall. The battle for the lead out of the AI class. And Piastri does get ahead of Norris. Meanwhile, Alonso does get ahead of Lindblad. And Behrman's also got ahead of Lindblad as well. So that's good stuff for him. Meanwhile, 7/10 of a second separating Kojo from BU. As Kojo there slipping and sliding a little bit on the exit of turn 7 into the ferocious turn 8. And into turn 9 on the exit of this corner. Can be one that catches your eyes. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton's got ahead of Arvid Lindblad. Lindblad dropping places like a pin here. And now he's going to come under threat from ACR as ACR now being taken to the inside nearly by Arvid Lindblad. Lindblad's fending off the inside there, but ACR not do anything to help that. I mean, well, look at this battle here. Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly, the French rivalry going at it. And Ocon being shoved off the track. There was all sorts of anarchy going on behind, though, with, I believe, Isaac Hadjar, potentially even Kim Lawson as well. As now Lance Stroll getting in on action, as well as Esteban Ocon. We have Lewis Hamilton and Ollie Behrman swapping places. Hamilton on his way up. McLaren, I think, was swapping places earlier on as well. As meanwhile, we have Kojo here in the Williams there. Let's keep an eye on this battle. Keep an eye on this chase. We also have another chase going on between Baywalp, who's trying to catch back up to the Audi of Verstappen. And let's see as, oh, that's a lot of speed being carried there by the Ferrari. See if he can put it to good use. Go on board with the Ferrari, who gets ahead of the Audi and pushes him slightly on the grass there. And now the Audi tries to come back in. He cannot do so as of yet. Well, I'm going to keep an eye on Kojo. There's again a little bit of a lock-up as ACR now battling with Arvid Lindblad. Let's actually cut to that. Let's see, ACR. Where is ACR? There he is. He was having a battle with Arvid Lindblad as Behrman goes for the move on the inside. And Fernando, very aggressive move by Ollie, but he won't get it done. Alonso with some great defending there. And I'd expect nothing less from the two-time world champions. Now, Ollie Behrman now does get ahead of Fernando Alonso up into 13th. Ocon gets ahead of Gasly as well. And now, heading on to, we're just coming up to the 9th lap in this 36-lap race. ACR now battling with Arvid Lindblad. Let's cut to this battle. And yeah, ACR does get up into 15th ahead of Lindblad. Lindblad again trying to make up places but failing to do so. As now there's a 3-second penalty for Min Verstappen. Let's actually get the details of these penalties so we can keep track of who's vulnerable and who isn't. As I've got them up for my stream. So that's good. And they'll probably be up on your stream as well on your end. As now Bottas going toe-to-toe with Nico Hülkenberg. Hülkenberg getting ahead of him. Meanwhile, Behrman and ACR going at it. Behrman pushed a little bit off the track and that's left him vulnerable to Arvid Lindblad behind. Lindblad gets past by ACR. Very nice indeed. Just meanwhile, Bottas fighting to stay in the top 10. And off wide there for Kojo. Kojo losing places. And he's now being passed by the Ferrari of Baywalp as well. So Kojo now looking to redeem himself potentially. Looking to come back. There's now the Alpines as Gasly really struggling. He's dropped to last. As meanwhile, Min Verstappen is meanwhile we have into the pits there. That will be Kojo into the pits, potentially getting off those soft tyres. The degradation around Austria, I believe, is quite high. So to see him starting on the softs, that has surprised me. To be fair, I would, from a strategist point of view, I'd pick mediums, but he's going. Let's see what he pits onto then. The first pit stop of the race being made here, and he goes onto hard tyres. Interesting strategy there. Let's see if he can potentially undercut his way back up to into P4, which is where he started. But it does mean he's going to come out virtually last place, and he'll have a lot of traffic to attend to as soon as he comes out the pit slit. He's up in P21. He's now fighting Pierre Gasly for P21 and P22. And now running into the back of the Alpine on Colapinto. So He's gonna, yeah, that's a lot of traffic for Kojo to have to deal with now on those hard tyres. He's gonna have to clear them, but he's also gonna have to try and not hurt his tyres too much because he needs them for later on when the other front runners pit. And he needs to be able to gain time on BO, on Bay Wop, and on Min Verstappen, undercut them and get back to where he qualified up in P4. Well, downfall. Trying to with a big front look up there. He's lucky that flat spots aren't simulated. Gamer, yeah, struggling for grip on those tyres. He's on the hard tyres as well. So he's just struggling for grip in general. As meanwhile, we're looking back to the midfield scrap here as we have Arvid Lindblad side by side with Fernando Alonso, and Alonso losing out. This AI midfield scrap is absolutely on rails of Bottas and Hulkenberg at it. Let's have a look at that. As meanwhile, back on the inside for Fernando Alonso, he's going to get past Arvid Lindblad. And now we have the two Hasses swapping places as well. Behrman trying to hold on. Is now Ocon now swapping places with Liam Lawson. Great racing here. As Liam Lawson now loses place to Esteban Ocon. Ollie Behrman now looking to potentially have a shot at getting past. So we've got up the order here. ACR, he's been having a good race so far. I think he was 14th or 15th earlier. Now he's up into 12th. Trying to get up into 11th ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Yes, that would make it a Cadillac 10-11. And that would be a good place for that team to be. As here we go then, Lewis Hamilton. He cannot defend against ACR. ACR going around the outside of him. But no, Hamilton fights back late on the brakes there. And now tries to run away with it. As meanwhile, there's a yellow flag. That can't be Kojo. No, it is not. It is the other Williams of Downfall. So Downfall losing valuable time there. He's going to have to try and gain that back. But that will give Townlist a bit of breathing space. That will give Ryu a bit of an opportunistic thought. There's into the pits. There comes the Mercedes of. Oh, what? Who was that? Oh, I think there was a yellow flag out for Townlist. I thought that was him coming into the pits, but no, I was wrong. So now we have back. Having a look.
It's been a while since I've been behind you, Zach.
Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Great driving conduct there between the pair of them. Let's see if they'll potentially battle later on. That will be a good to watch from my end. Esteban Ocon now round the outside of Franco Colapinto to hold off the position, while ACR going up a place ahead of Lewis Hamilton. He's not able to hold him off. There's a car off, and that is the Ferrari in the wall. Baywalk slamming the wall.
Did we touch Dave?
Front wing.
No, I just lost
traction. There was nearly contact with the Audi as he rejoined the track, but no, that was just all on his own on the exit of turn 3.
I caught it.
For the Ferrari. Yeah, it looked like he was fighting that Ferrari like he was fighting off Tommy Fury. Well, maybe Tyson Fury, actually, in that case, anyway. Just having a look at the lead battle is into the pits for Townlist. Let's see what you can. What tyres did he just go on there? That was a set of hard tyres. So another man pitting early for hard tyres. See where will he come out then? As he'll come out potentially near Min Verstappen. Yeah, he's just come out ahead of Min Verstappen, and now he's got a lot of clean air, which is what I believe Kojo could have done with earlier on. Now he's a lot of traffic. There's a change of front wing here for Baywop in the pits. There we go. Now out of the pits he goes. Let's see where Baywop will come out then. He will probably come out stone at last for the moment. Yes, he will. So out of the pits comes Baywop. Now ahead out of turn 1 and into a good bit of clean air. So that's something that Kojo doesn't have loyalty of. Oh, Kojo, where is he? Here he is. He's stuck behind both Alpine, blocking the track, and the Alpines themselves battling each other. But yeah, this midfield battle between Kojo, the Alpines, the Hasses, Red Bull. I mean, obviously Kojo's. Oh, and round, who was that? That's only Behrman. That's a shame. As Behrman rounds, and me being a massive Behrman fan, that's just another bit of heartbreak after watching the Dutch Grand Prix where he didn't even make the restart. As Gasly there tried a choice move on Kojo, but Kojo now having to move a Colapinto, and Colapinto can't defend it. A good move there by Kojo, who sends it to the inside at the fast and furious Jochen Rindt. And meanwhile, into the pits for Lewis Hamilton. A lot of the AI making their pit stops now. Meanwhile, we're going to head back up the order, and Taunus and Bio have swapped places, and that's because Bio's gone wide on the exit of turn 4, I believe.
Yep.
So, and yeah, confirmation from the driver. He has gone off.
Tried to carry a little too much speed through there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you live, you learn, and well, at least now we can potentially build that gap further on. And he's pitting.
Oh, there's no
downfall with a penalty for
Christ.
speeding in the pit lane. That is such a shame for the Williams driver. And out of the pits or mediums then for the Williams. He's definitely looking at a 2-stop strategy. I think this race is definitely going to be a 2-stop race because degradation around this track is very high, especially with that last half of the track being just full-on sweepers. But Downfall now has a 60-second penalty hanging over his shoulder, and I'm not sure if he can. I don't know if he'll be able to process any of them. There's Kojo now heading round turn 1. So he's now back up into 8th, and he's just over 7 seconds behind Bio, but with a 3-second penalty, and he's now under threat from Oscar Piastri, which is going to hinder him a bit more. There's Piastri now having Kojo up to the curb. Kojo side by side with the McLaren. See Kojo side by side, and he's round the outside at turn 4 to keep ahead of the Papaya car. Meanwhile, both Cadillacs, P5 and P6, provisionally at the moment. They haven't made that pit stop yet, but that's a great place for this team to be in. This team that started, or I don't know if they started there, but they were earlier on. They were down in 10th and 11th, and now they've gone up into 5th and 6th. But I think that's Valtteri Bottas coming into the pits. His teammate stays out for one more lap to avoid double stacking. Meanwhile, the Audi of Min Verstappen's going to come out the pits, I think just behind Bio. So more or less where he came into the pits. Well, more or less where they were before Bio came into the pits. Now they come out basically in the same places. Kojo has lost. Yeah, he has lost a bit of time in that traffic. As you can see, I'd say he's probably lost about 3 seconds.
Oh no, Prams!
As something's happened.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
What? There's an Audi off. And Min Verstappen, that gap he had over Kojo and Bayop has gone right out the window. Is now Bayop now going from 8th to 6th in 2 corners. Or has he? Because round the outside goes the Williams and Kojo, who gets shown the curb. As now Kojo now has to figure out a way past the Ferrari. All these guys have the same level of penalties as well. So it's even Stevens all the way around. And that is a spin there for Kojo, who hits the side of the Ferrari and now drops back down to 8th. And Min Verstappen stays in 7th, and Kojo or Baywop swap places around him. It's now side by side with Oscar Piastri again for Kojo. Kojo says, "No, you're not relevant right now. You're in a different class to me." There's now Piastri leading in the AI class provisionally. But now this battle for P6 overall between Baywop, Min Verstappen, Kojo, and Piastri. Going very well indeed. Obviously, these 3 drivers all have penalties that will drop them down the order overall. In terms of their own battle, their own NRE battle. There's the caddy. What's the caddy here? That's a battle with ACR and Bio. Bio gets ahead of the Cadillac, who is struggling probably on old tyres. As ACR hasn't pit yet, but I think he's one of the only drivers out there who hasn't pit yet. There's Kojo got a bit wide out to turn 5. That's a... Hopefully he can regain a bit of momentum as we have... Just looking down the order, Behrman's last. That is a shame. Hopefully Behrman can get up the order later on in the race. But he's just been lapped by one of the Mercedes. That's even worse. Never mind, as we have Downfall here trying to keep his race alive. He's nearly over 50 seconds ahead of Bo, so he would retain his 3rd place if he was to pull that gap over Bo, providing he doesn't get any more penalties, which he shouldn't, to be fair. But we'll see then, as we have an Audi versus an Aston Martin. That's Fernando Alonso and Nico Hulkenberg battling, and Hulkenberg hangs around the outside, and that is nicely done there for him. Alonso getting ahead of Hulkenberg again, heading into turn 4 now. As meanwhile, there's ghosting happening here between Liam Lawson and Pierre Gasly. Gasly going around the side of Liam, and Liam losing place to the Frenchman. This AI midfield scrap has been amazing to watch today, as well as this battle between Baywalk and Verstappen as ACR finally comes into the pits, and we'll see where he comes out in this Cadillac. He's done most of the race on hard. He's on over half the race hard. Now he's going to a set of soft tyres. That's a very interesting strategy. I'm surprised that he's going to try and make soft tyres last that long. Maybe he's going to pit for a second set of softs later on, but it's definitely going to be a 2-stop strategy this race. So, meanwhile, ACR's come out in 50th where he was earlier on, but with much fresher tyres. Meanwhile, Valtteri Bottas side by side with Lewis Hamilton, former teammates at Mercedes, going toe to toe. The Ferrari versus the Cadillac side by side into the 4th. And it looks like Bottas is going to win out on this occasion. So Valtteri, it's James, I'm winning. Or James, it's Valtteri, I'm winning, should I say. Colapinto getting ahead of Isaac. He's currently looking to lap one of the Cadillacs, that's ACR, but Revamp on an absolute charge. I recently commentated on a race that he did in Canada for a league called FCL. He was rapid in that, and he's rapid here. Revamping the competition and taking home the golden trophies. Doing it in style. He's only 8 seconds out of Taunus, who's given him a good run for his money so far, and giving himself a good bit of silverware. Meanwhile, in 3rd, Downfall has got that gap over BU. He has got that move. He has got that gap, should I say. So that penalty, when that's applied, he'll be about 0.6 of a second ahead of BU, but 0.6 nonetheless, he is still ahead. Yep. Meanwhile, ACR battling away with Arvid Lindblad. Lindblad has got ahead of him. No, got behind him, should I say. ACR up the places. I don't know why he's ghosted though. I hope that doesn't mean he's disconnected. Meanwhile, we have Verstappen with 6 seconds penalties, battling away with Kojo. Kojo with a lock up on the inside of turn 1 and gets ahead of the Audi. Kojo back up into P6, but now the Audi going to come back at him, heading around the King Cut turn 2 and into turn 3. Very heavy braking zone. Bit of a lock up for the Audi there on tyres. And round for Kojo, nearly. And again, a struggling for grip there for the Williams drivers. Cost him against the Audi. Meanwhile, they're heading round turn 4 is Verstappen here on lap 22 of this Austrian Grand Prix. Race 5 for NR for Northern Riots Esports in their F1 series, and it's currently being led by Revamp. Then comes Mercedes and Taunus, then comes Downfall ahead of BU. Then comes Baywalk, should I say.
We are one, David.
Yep. They are one.
I was falling asleep to his melodic commentating.
Lordy Lord. There's
I'm quite immersed, actually.
Well, something else you should be immersed in is this battle for 17.
I wish.
Lawson and Gasly. There's Lawson there trying to keep ahead of the Frenchman. Is he able to? No, he's been passed by the Frenchman and he's now being harassed by another Frenchman. Isaac Hadjar's there to make life difficult. But no, he's not able to get any type of move done as of yet. No, wait, he is able to get a move done. Down into turn 3. Around the outside of Liam Lawson goes Isaac Hadjar. The man who replaced Isaac Hadjar at the Dutch Grand Prix is now lost out to him. Meanwhile, Isaac Hadjar with a lot of speed on the Frenchman of Pierre Gasly. And Hadjar now around the outside making a move. No, to make that move stick, he gets forced. Oh, he gets shown the door. Around turn 5 into turn 6 for this lot. Meanwhile, we head further up the order. He's trying to catch up to Valtteri Bottas. Meanwhile, there's ACR and Fernando Alonso battling. And ACR gets ahead of Alonso and spins. It's a spin for the Cadillac of ACR. Drops from 13th to potentially 15th, make that. Where now he's got back onto the track in 16th place with the 3-second penalty. But he's now got Isaac Hadjar, Liam Lawson, and the 2 Alpines all on. As Valtteri Bottas is out of the session. Meanwhile, his teammate is being attacked by 4 cars into one corner, and one of them has got through. That's Isaac Hadjar getting through on ACR. As meanwhile, the Alpine now trying to fend off Liam Lawson as well as Franco Colapinto. As this is disaster for Cadillac, because the Red Bull now of Isaac Hadjar trying to the Alpines now making their moves on Liam Lawson with Franco Colapinto getting ahead of Pierre Gasly and Liam Lawson in that fracas. And now round for ACR again, struggling with grip on those soft tyres. He'll have to pitch shortly for at least a set of medium tyres to carry him to the end of the race. Esteban Ocon through on ACR because of that spin. Why has Valtteri Bottas stopped? Probably due to an engine failure, but that is a shame for the Cadillac driver because he has been on full race up until that point. Now we have 21 drivers left in the race, but that does mean Ollie Behrman is not 22nd anymore. That is a good thing. Make that now Ollie Behrman 20th because of ACR pitting and with that 3-second penalty. Meanwhile, the battle here between the Alpines and Liam Lawson and Isaac Hadjar, now Esteban Ocon instead of ACR. Still rages on as now they nearly go 3 wide in turn 3. Liam Lawson trying to make the move on Isaac Hadjar. It looks like a very aggressive rivalry between the pair of them. Still, nothing much done. No, Liam Lawson making a move. And is he able to get ahead of Isaac Hadjar? Yes, he is. So this is 16th place. Meanwhile, going up the order there, that's Kojo getting ahead of the man in the pits. That's Baywop. As Baywop now, he's going to come out behind the 2 orange McLaren cars and just out ahead of his teammate Lewis Hamilton. So let's see them. Hopefully the McLarens don't pose too much of an issue for the Ferrari of Baywop. So you can clear that traffic and get after Kojo and Min Verstappen and potentially even Bio. And Bio, should I say, as well. Meanwhile, 6 seconds. So in terms of penalties, oh, and off there for Kojo in the gravel, and he's round at the 5th corner, and he's now going to be dropping places there. Lando Norris is going to be there to pick up the scraps. Meanwhile, downfalls in the pits, so that's going to put the 2nd Mercedes up into the podium positions. That'll probably put Min Verstappen up the order. Meanwhile, Baywop's going ahead of Oscar Piastri. Kojo's now in 10th after that spin. And Nico Hulkenberg's now potentially going to be on his case and into the pits potentially for Kojo. Yes, I'm right. So both Williams pitting here on lap 27. As Downfall out of the pits now. It's there. Heading up into turn 3. Down to turn 4. Meanwhile, we're going to have a look at Baywalk getting ahead of Lando Norris for the time being, but the McLaren trying to punch him back, but no, he's not able to make a move stick. Meanwhile, into the pits, it's very busy in the pit lane. It's also busy with Isaac Hadjar again. He's trying to make moves with the Alpine of Pierre Gasly for what will now be P11, as most of the AI have pit. Kojo coming out the pits at 14. And 3 wide here between Isaac Hadjar, Liam Lawson, and Pierre Gasly. And Gasly losing 2 positions. Isaac Hadjar going up 2 positions, up into P11, ahead of Liam Lawson. Then comes Pierre Gasly.
I feel your pain.
Now,
yeah, fair.
Go into the pits. And that will be ahead of Downfall. Downfall has now got rid of that 10-second penalty, and now Theo's got his own 10-second penalty. So the role's reversed now in terms of the speed.
Baywop.
Baywop with a stunning lap. Purple lap all round for Baywop. He is on a rapid pace. If he keeps that pace up, Theo is gonna be looking over his shoulder, and potentially even Verstappen as well. As meanwhile, Oscar Piastri and Lewis Hamilton, that's having to watch out as Kojo's going to go up the order. He's going to be back up into 10th, I believe. Maybe even 9th if he can get ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Out the pits now. No, he's a little bit too far back. No, he is. No, he's too far forward, should I say. He's too far in front. Kojo does get ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton trying to get back in front. Down the inside he goes. So it's the 7-time world champion versus Williams to Kojo, and it's Kojo who wins out in the race. And Kojo now setting after the 2 Papaya cars who have held 7th for most of the race. Now we have ACR and Lance Stroll battling out, and it's ACR who wins out in that battle. He still has that 3-second penalty hanging over his shoulder though. Meanwhile, into the pits for Lando Norris. Just changing the size. Meanwhile, Verstappen and Bio battling out. They're both ghosted momentarily there. But Verstappen and Bio side by side, heading into the 4th corner. It's the two big German manufacturers battling out. It's Mercedes versus Audi and Auto Union, and it's Mercedes that comes out in front of the Audi. Other Lindblad having a bit of a moment here with Fernando Alonso, and now Nico Hulkenberg makes this wide, being the battle for P11, and now heading into turn 3 for these 3. Lindblad battling it out with Fernando Alonso. Alonso trying to squeeze him out, but it's not going to work. Let's have a look at his teammate who got ahead of ACR. Meanwhile, as Bayop gets ahead of Verstappen, who's just coming to the pits here. Verstappen getting off those medium tyres. That's ACR having trouble there. Lance Stroll getting ahead of him. That is Lindblad, Alonso, and Nico Hulkenberg here. Trying to watch each other, and Alonso trying to choice on Lindblad. That's not going to work. The young rookie is now the other V car here of Liam Lawson. Well, excuse me. Meanwhile, we have that is ACR and Lance Stroll. ACR getting back ahead of Lance Stroll. But Lance losing the place to the Cadillac, the sole remaining Cadillac in the race after Valtteri Bottas' engine blew earlier on. That is, and Esteban Ocon's making up a move on Isaac Hadjar. And now, no, Hadjar just came out the pitch, should I say. Behrman's still in 21st. Well, Revamp ahead of BU. As Revamp has actually, oh wow, I didn't realise. So Revamp has lapped everyone up to the man in 4th place. That is serious pace from Revamp here in Austria. Red Bull Ring, seeing the Revamp of the Red Bull of Revamp. pulled out a 26.5 second gap to the Mercedes behind, who in turn has pulled a 33 second gap over Downfall behind, who in turn has pulled a 10-second gap on BU behind, but BU now has just half a second separating him and Baywop. Make that 2/10, make that 1/10, make that barely anything. Heading into the fast and furious Yock and Ring curve. They're side by side, swapping sides round the last corner to end the lap. And that is the Ferrari just getting ahead. Here on lap 32, 4 laps to go, and Baywop gets ahead of BU. And it's a brilliant thing to be watching as there's a yellow flag. I'm not too sure as to why there's a yellow flag for Isaac Hajar, who seems to be pulling over. I'll cut to that. There we go. Where is Isaac Hajar? There he is, Isaac Hajar. And in the exact same fashion as Valtteri Bottas earlier on, Isaac Hajar retires from the Austrian Grand Prix. While BU goes for a choice move on the Ferrari, bit of contact, bit of grass cutting there. But Baywop still maintains 4th place ahead of BU. Meanwhile, Min Verstappen. That. ACR getting ahead of Lance Stroll. Stroll here. Rounds. Nico Hulkenberg trying to stay with Arvid Lindblad. Hamilton staying with Oscar Piastri. Kojo here trying to keep ahead of Oscar Piastri, but also catch up to Lando Norris to potentially inherit P7 again. Here on lap 31, should I say, not 32. No, it's lap 33. What? The graphic changed. Meanwhile... Oh yeah, because of revamp. Ah, that makes sense. Wow.
I was right in front of me. I'm like, who is this guy? And I finally got
Yeah, no, it just came up on yellow flag saying lap 31 instead of lap 33. That is really confused me there. And down the inside goes BU, and he makes the move on Baywop. But Baywop looking to strike back at him. This is a great battle between the Scuderia and the Mercedes. It's the Scuderia who's behind, but not for long, heading round turn 6 in normal contact. But just nothing else happening there. Yellow flag's up in turn 4, I'm not too sure as to why. But there shouldn't be anything wrong. There's a 3-second penalty for Baywop. We had a bit of a swapper coming out of the last corner here. Heading up into turn 1 then, Baywop versus BU. And it's the Ferrari who gets up in front of him. And the man in the Brad Pitt hat makes a move worthy of cinema as he heads up into turn 3. Meanwhile, BU trying to stick with him. Is that the Ferrari going round? It is! Baywop round and losing out to BU.
I just want to say, Dave, that was some fantastic racing, man. I'm sad it ended that way.
I'll come back, hopefully.
Well, he's going to be trying to chase that gap. Trying to close in.
Limits.
Yeah, well, all he needs to do is close within 1 second of BU.
You don't need to pass him.
And, yeah, as Joyce just said, he only needs to close within 1 second to get him on aggregate. While we have another midfield scrap with AI. We have Liam Lawson going for a move on ACR, turning around. As ACR has been turned by Liam Lawson. Lawson has turned the Cadillac into the wall and broke his front wing off. So now the Cadillac in 18th trying to hold off Esteban Ocon, but with a damaged car. Also Liam Lawson has damage. He has a broken wing, and I'm not surprised because they just collided over 200 kilometers an hour. Absolute drama between the pair of them. Meanwhile, we have Lando Norris and Kojo battling it out. So that's the defending champion in real life F1 versus Kojo here in the Williams. As there's a yellow flag, not too sure as to why. That is a car goes. Oh, that's ACR going slowly. Oh, and a spin there for BU. Drama for the Mercedes, who drops it out of turn 7. That is a shame for BU. BU in the Mercedes now. He'll probably have to settle for 5th then. As he heads
And we will.
As he heads around the Jochen bend. There's the Cadillac in the pits as well as V-Carbs. That is Liam Lawson. As ACR retires from the session. That's a shame for him. He had such a good session up until that point. Meanwhile, we go back up the order then. We have, let's have a look then, as Oscar Piastri comes around the Jochen Rindt bend. The Jochen Rindt bend named after Jochen Rindt, the 1970 F1 world champion and the only ever Penostrious F1 world champion. And if you know the meaning behind the word Penostrious, that
posthumous.
For those who don't, posthumous, should I say? Yeah. That means a world champion who died before he could claim the crown. As meanwhile, contact there between Kojo and Norris winning out in that battle for now, but he now heads into turn 4. But the number 4 driver staying ahead of Kojo for the time being, but Kojo sends a choice move to the inside. Meanwhile, Ravamp takes the win here in Austria. And he has been absolutely relentless, as I said in Canada. As a 10-second penalty for BU. He takes P5, Baywop takes P4, and Tonist takes the fastest lap as well as the silver medal for 2nd place. Then next up will be Downfall, who is actually not really fell that much, to be honest, here in the Williams. And yeah, the better placed of the Williams, both Williams in the top 8, which will be a good thing for them both. As Lando Norris actually has got ahead of the Audi of Min Verstappen here. So Min Verstappen must have made a mistake as he heads round the final corner. Downfall takes the final step on the podium and ends the NRE Austrian Grand Prix. Well, thank you all ever so much for watching the Northern Riot Esports around Austria bring the F1 2026 cars. Hope you all enjoyed it, and goodbye.
Peace. Loved
well
it.
Done,
Awesome.
Joe.
Holy fuck.
That was very good. Thank you.
That was a good watch.
I was like, oh my god, he's talking about me. He's talking about me.
Yeah, right? Right? It was like half the race, he's like got an eye on me, then I fuck up.
We all had our moments. Holy
Oh
fuck. I think, yeah, that between like 4th, 5th, 6th, the battling, I think we didn't.
Yeah,
really
that
game
battle for 4th was absolutely perpetuous.
I put on some like ballsy ass fucking overtakes, but then fucking opened myself up for, you know.
Some good racing though, Dave. I had a blast with that.
Yeah, that was really fun. Fuck,
I have no problem with you beating me there. That was great.
Well, I mean, we both.
That was really clean.
You know.
Well, we've raced together a bunch now. We kind of know how to drive around each other a little bit.
Yeah, but we fucked up on our own accord, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like it was good, solid racing. I mean, sometimes I don't know. You don't know in the heat in the moment if you're a little too aggressive or not.
Oh yeah, like that one time I made that optimistic move coming down the hill. I was like, well, it's open, and then you came across and I was like, yeah, I shouldn't have gone for that.
Were you watching me when I got fucking